For someone to beat it up. The beaten cat is just waiting for someone to beat it up, up, up. The beaten cat is just waiting for someone to beat it up.
Wait, whoa, something new? I'll enjoy every bit. Slapstick, cheap tricks, are we ready now?
Memory RAM. RAM is a data storage system. RAM means random access memory. Random access memory in this nomenclature is due to the fact that the system accesses data stored in a non-sequential. Unlike other types of memory, RAM is volatile, meaning that no permanent record of the data. When system power is cut, everything was in memory is lost. The system is quite useful for data processing, providing space for crucial information, which can be accessed almost immediately. Unlike other forms of storage, such as hard disk CDs or DVDs, the operating system application and data in use are stored in RAM, allowing the processor to work this information quickly. For playing games, for example, a lot of high quality RAM is essential, since in this type of application files are accessed at all times. To be loaded, textures, models, animations, and other types of data displayed continuously if the processor depends on access to hard drive or other storage. As speed and agility characteristics of a game can be compromised. It is worth noting that not all types of RAM provide the same level of performance. There are different models with different frequencies and data transfer capability increased. RAM is essential for any user, from those who are interested in games to word processor that use heavier. Access data directly on the hard drive does not bring agility, which is necessary in most of the applications used today. And the fact that a memory is an expensive component ensures that every user should try to keep your system updated. RAM is in charge of the operating system program's instructions from the keyboard. Memory optionally displays the video and a copy of the contents of the ROM. Type 1 DRAM. The letters come from Dynamic Memory Read Aleatory, or dynamic because their chips are built of condensers, capacitors, which constantly need to refresh your load beats, and this detracts change speed but are economically priced. Type 2 SRAM. The letters come from Static Memory Read Aleatory, or static because their chips are built from transistors, which do not need to constantly refresh your load beats, and this makes them extremely fast but also very phases. Cache. The term is often used to stop this kind of memory, yet it is also possible to find segments adapted cache hard drives, USB drives, and SSDs. Type 3 swap. The memory or virtual memory swap is not RAM as such, but an emulation, functional simulation. This means establishing a large file on your hard drive or SSD, which stores information by pretending to be RAM when this is partially filed, thus avoiding to stop the services of the computer. This type of memory is popular with the release of a graphical operating system such as Mac OS, Macintosh. Now Apple. or Microsoft Windows, because the memory installed in the computer regularly is insufficient for the use of Windows. But apparently the Unix operating system normally used it before these computers. In operating systems, Microsoft Windows Vista, Microsoft Windows 7, the Ready Boost software, and Microsoft Windows XP, with the help of some utilities such as eBooster, you can use a swap on the USB sticks, and even SD memory stick, etc. That increased computer speed. Basically, there should be less than 256 MB available capacity of the device. Having a high-speed data transmission and allocated as follows: minimum total RAM plus half total RAM. B. Maximum 3x total RAM. Since the first computers, the logical structure is as follows: base memory from 0 to 640 kilobytes. This is the area where it stores most of the programs the user used. And reserved upper memory from 640 to 1024 megabytes. Load structures called information sharing pages, and memory blocks called UMB. Blocks, UMB, upper memory blocks. Spaces are allocated for the system into upper memory, but due to the configuration of various devices such as video, in some cases these spaces are unused. So it began think of using them in a functional, which is achieved by optimizing memory as the command memmaker of MS-DOS. Use these blocks to load certain drivers that allow hardware to be used in the system. Expanded memory. Memory is page assigned to programming upper memory, which sometimes was not used due to the configuration of the team, and this method can be used. Extended memory from 1024 megabytes to 4 gigabytes. Load all the applications that do not fit in base memory. Before the terms, because they had limited RAM, there were utilities to rearrange programs loaded into memory to optimize its operation, including Microsoft MS-DOS needed a driver special HIMAM.sys to recognize the memory extended. Without it, only recognized 640 kilobytes, even if installed more than 1 megabyte. Types of RAM, as many as you want. DRAM, fast page EDO is DRAM, and what is worse, several names from the same thing. Try this, for which are the main ones. DRAM, dynamic RAM, or RAM to drive, as is the original, and therefore slower. But remember, it is always better to have enough memory to be faster, but few walk. Used until the age of 386, the refresh rate is typically 80 or 70 nanoseconds. Time it takes to empty it to give input to the next set of data. Therefore, is faster than 70 ns, 80 ns of. Physically, it appears as SIMMS or DIMMS. The ladder of 30 contacts. Fast page, FPM, sometimes called DRAM or just RAM, as it evolves directly from it and is used for so that is rarely the difference. Somewhat faster due to its structure, fast page mode, as being 70 or 60 nanoseconds. Used up to the first Pentium physically appears as SIMMS 30 or 72 contacts out of 72 in the Pentium and some 486. ADO RAM or Extended Data Output RAM evolves from fast page, can start to introduce new data while the former are emerging with its output, making it slightly fast, 5% more or less. Very common in the Pentium MMX and AMD K6 with refreshments of 70, 60, or 50 nanoseconds. It installs on all 72 contacts at SIMMS, although there is as DIMMS 168. SD-RAM, synchronized RAM, it works in sync with the speed of the plate. 50 to 66 MHz for what must be very fast, about 25 to 10 nanoseconds. Only in the form of 168 pin DIMMs is used to the Pentium 2, 350 MHz and less than the Celeron PC100 SD-RAM or 100 MHz. SD-RAM can operate this 100 MHz using the AMD KC-2. Pentium 2 350 in micros modem. Theoretically, its minimum specifications that must be met to run correctly at that speed. But not all memories sold as 100 MHz comply.